Welcome to another podcast for my senior project. I am joined today to talk basketball with my housemate, Jesse. Jesse, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And let's talk about some Cavaliers. They lost to the Atlanta Hawks in overtime yesterday, 125 to 126. Jesse, tell me what happened with LeBron being selfish and fouling out.
He got his fifth foul in I want to say what was it? The fourth,
late in the fourth quarter. Yeah,
late in the fourth, and then he got a terrible foul on the box out actually. I forget what Atlanta player did it, but he was trying to box LeBron out, and I guess LeBron was just too strong for him, and
that's what it was.
Kind of just flopped to the floor, and LeBron picked up his sixth foul. So.
But
unfortunate.
Even though LeBron was able to foul out and not help his team in overtime, he was able to save Kevin Love in overtime. Do you want to talk about that and how he was able to reverse a judgment call from a referee?
Yeah, but the ref made a bad call. It was a player took a charge within the restricted zone under the basket. That's just I don't know how he missed it in the first place. Biased ref, I don't know.
Hometown calls?
Hometown calls, I'll give it to you, it was a close one, but they reviewed it. LeBron obviously had a little chirping to get that done. Had to do a little chirping, but
so Kyrie was mad about the offensive foul that was called against him late in the game, which would have put the Cavaliers ahead.
No, that was a tie.
Or at least tie the game. Yeah. Your thoughts on that? Was that the correct call?
It was a correct call. I'll give it to the refs. They actually did they showed it on the replay. They didn't review it, but they made a good call. That was actually outside of the restricted zone, even though it was pretty close. Mm-hmm. So it was an amazing play, regardless. Though, he actually made the shot, and I thought it was going to be an N1. It was going to be a tie game, but.
Well, what are your thoughts on the jump ball, which initially kind of gave the Hawks the chance to tie it up, to send it into overtime?
Yeah, in regular time, right before the fourth quarter, the game was about to be over. Cavs up by 2. Inbound play to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie gets trapped in the corner, and both Hawks players are out of bounds. Have their hands on the ball, and the ref calls a jump ball. You can't have possession if you're out of bounds. That's either an out of bounds or there's no jump ball.
So they weren't able to review that, but they were able to review the Kevin Love call, which got overturned and saved them.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. At least don't foul out 2 of their best players.
True. But unfortunately, it was
get one right.
Not enough. And Kyrie, even with this last second shot, almost got the 4-point play.
Yeah.
125 to 126 Atlanta. So that will bring us to another NBA question with the most valuable player. The race is kind of set now with the Rockets' James Harden and the triple-double king himself, Russell Westbrook. Do you have a lock for MVP?
I believe it's hands down Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Average a triple-double, first time it's been done in the league in, I think, 55 years, something like that. Mm-hmm. Oscar Robinson, everybody's familiar with the name.
Do you think the Thunder's record will have an implication as to who will win the MVP? Because Harden's team has been playing better than the Rockets. Granted, they do have a better roster.
Yeah, but you have to factor that in. With Russell's team, I'm not actually sure where they stand right now in the West, but I believe they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they clinched.
Yeah, they clinched playoffs. The Rockets might make a deep run in the playoffs, but that's not a guarantee. Neither is an early exit for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook's been averaging a triple-double in the regular season. Who knows what he's going to do in the playoffs.
That's true.
LeBron James turns up the intensity, so does everybody else.
Before I go into the next topic, do you have Cleveland winning it again?
I think in a close series, I hope that Cavs come out in 7
over Golden State. I'm assuming.
Of course. I think that LeBron's gonna be Kevin Durant's kryptonite again. I'm gonna love it too. Love every second of it.
Well, I'm happy that you could talk about your team being constantly in the championships, because my team hasn't reached the finals in quite a long time. The New York Knicks have been officially eliminated from the playoffs for the 6th consecutive, or is it 4th or 5th? Somewhere up there. Which leads to the next question with Carmelo Anthony. There have been reports that he could have been traded during this current season, with him and Phil currently not working with the Triangle. Do you believe that he will get traded during the summer to possibly an LA team or a contender?
I think the Knicks need to trade him and get something back for it. Like, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't know what Phil Jackson's up to, but like, I feel like he has a plan, like building a team with the pieces that he has. Like, you obviously have Kristaps. Like, I think Courtney Lee's in a good place. Like, he's kind of like a veteran presence who's been like deep in the NBA playoffs. I think he actually went to the finals, right? Orlando.
With Orlando, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, he has some experience. He wasn't like the leader on that team, but like he can be a veteran presence on the team. So I think they have like some good pieces.
Well, listen, the Knicks paid him for it. They paid him the big bucks. What was it, 4 years, over $40 million? So they have high expectations for him at the shooting guard.
High expectations for fucking Phil. Sorry, you gotta bleep me.
No, it's fine.
Please give me the poppy thing over the mouth.
I'll do it. I'll throw you a poppy. Well, that brings us to the next question. Do you think their point guard this season, D Rose, will last another season at MSG? Do you think the Knicks will re-sign him, bring him back?
Was he not injured?
Well, he tore his meniscus to end this current season, which the Knicks weren't going anywhere.
Yeah, no, agreed. But I think that actually plays. I think that would play a role in how they proceed.
Well, he's been set on the record to have wanted a max contract this upcoming season, just because he sees, players like Mozgov, even Courtney Lee getting all these big, ludicrous deals.
No, definitely. Like, pay has gone up.
Do you think with Rose's injury history, with what he suffered this year and all the previous years, do you think that he's capable of reaching another max contract with the Knicks or another team?
I think with another team maybe, but I don't think the New York Knicks. I mean, not that he hasn't been productive and hasn't shown that he's still able to be productive, but I don't think they got the MVP, candidate that they wanted in Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Not that they expected that out of him, but like when you saw the Knicks put together in the offseason, it's like Derrick Rose, like Carmelo Anthony, Kristaps, like
that was big.
You expected like really big things from him, and I don't know.
Well, many expected the Knicks to at least reach the playoffs with the Eastern Conference being as weak as it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Before I send it off, I'm going to throw in one more thing. Is there any teams in the Eastern Conference, such as Boston, maybe Washington, that are surprising you this year?
Surprising me? I think Washington's been on the come up for a while. I'm going to be on the lookout for the Pacers, though.
Paul George, the Pacers?
Yeah, I really like their team. Like, and they got, oh my God.
Miles Turner?
No.
They got Lance back.
They got Lance back.
Yes, the return of Lance.
Yeah, the return, man. He's going to do some big things. He's going to blow on LeBron's ear again in the playoffs.
We shall see. Hopefully a repeat. That just about wraps it up for today's basketball edition for my senior project. Jesse, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Mike.
Alrighty.